So, illegal immigration is a problem that has been plaguing our country for quite some time now. Not only does illegal immigration affect our border states, but our country as a whole. Our proposition is that the border wall proposed by the Trump administration should be built for a wide variety of reasons, but not limited to: 1, illegal immigration negatively affects public schools; 2, current attempts to curb illegal immigration are not working; and 3, the benefits of the wall are greater than the costs. We will support this primarily through factual evidence and moral reasoning, which leads me to my first point. Illegal immigration has a strong negative effect on public schooling. Illegal immigration increases enrollment. As recent as 1980, just 7% of students came from immigrant households, compared to 23% today. This figure includes children from both illegal and amnesty immigrant households. An amnesty is a criminal pardon in reference to citizenship. It grants that illegal alien citizenship. In San Diego, Laura Preble, a teacher, notes, in my nearly 20 years of teaching in my district, I would love to have 34 students in my classroom. This year I have 40 in each of my 5 sections. This increased enrollment can be found all throughout the country as well. Scott Kitzner, the superintendent of schools in Harrisonburg, Virginia, makes it clear by stating, the reality is this: the federal government gives us basically no money to support these children, so the funding comes mainly from the state and local budget mainly, which brings me to my second point. Current resources are limited. In many areas, according to Christopher J. Daly's, the impact of immigrant children on America's public schools, an extremely large amount of students show up in a short period of time. This leads to an almost overnight crisis of school overcrowding, major teacher shortages, and huge educational budget shortfalls, and a lack of school equipment as well for all students. This massive influx of illegal students makes school districts stretch out already limited funds intended for native students unrealistically. Budgets intended for classes 15 to 28 students cannot serve the 40 student classes due to illegal immigration. School resources are already limited. Having native students share these resources is immoral and unfair, and counterproductive as well, which leads me to my third subpoint. Illegal immigrants lack adequate English language skills. In a continuation of Christopher J. Daly's article, the reality that these school districts also have to manage these large numbers of students who have little exposure to education and cannot speak or read English, and in most cases are not even proficient in their own language, distract both teachers and students alike. One of the most direct consequences of having many immigrant children in the classroom is that the teacher's attention and time is often diverted away from native children. The pace of instruction is often slowed down to accommodate immigrant children. This results in less curriculum being covered and at the expense of our native children. Having our children's education suffer for illegal children's opportunities is immoral and unjust. Our education system cannot function under these circumstances, which brings me to my second point. Current attempts at curbing immigration are not working. Deportation does not help, as most illegal immigrants come back in. Boston College Law School professor Daniel Canstrom notes that deportation does not deter immigrants from entering the country illegally. Records from the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement list their most deported immigrants. One man was deported 44 times within a 15-year span, which means that he came across the border at least a minimum of 44 times. The next in line are respectively as 40, 35, 34, and 31 times. Now, these are outlier examples, but nonetheless a reflection of how our border security is much more of a revolving door. This brings me to my second subpoint. Our current physical border is not sufficient in stopping illegal immigration. According to ICE in 2018 and Enforcement and Removal Operations, they removed over 250,000 illegal aliens, reflecting a 13% increase in 2017. The majority of removals, 57%, were convicted criminals, which debunks the leftist idea that all these immigrants are good people. Additionally, almost 6,000 of these removed aliens were classified as either known or suspected gang members and terrorists, which is a 9% increase since 2017. We're the only world superpower facing a border security issue that's not doing anything about it, which brings me to my last subpoint. Similar walls in other countries have proven to be successful. Israel's border wall was completed in December 2012, and the numbers of illegal immigrants dropped from almost 1,100 in 2012 to less than 150 in 2013. Illegal immigration from 2013 to 2016 was consistently lower than 150 illegal immigrants. According to getting Israel's border worked. Similar results were also found in Turkey against Kurd insurgency groups. The cost of these other countries' walls fall short in comparison to the benefits that they would reap, which brings me to my last point. The benefits of the wall are much better, are greater than the cost of it. The absolute highest projection of the cost of the border wall by Democrats is $70 billion, which comes out to $560 per household. $560 per household for national security, less tax money going to waste, and better public education is a great investment. The cost of the wall is closer to $30 billion according to the Department of Homeland Security, but even at $70 billion, $560, even at the $70 billion, the wall will pay for itself as a result of less illegal immigration, which leads me to my next point. Illegal immigrants use more resources than native households. According to Bethany Blankley's report from watchdog.org, the average immigrant household consumes 33% more cash welfare, 57% more food assistance, and 44% more Medicaid dollars than the average native household. And Jason Richwine, a independent public policy analyst from the CIS, states that housing costs for both these groups are relatively the same. Both groups, which one continues in his own Heritage Foundation, these approximately 3.7 unlawful immigrant households in the U.S. These households impose a net fiscal burden of about $55 billion per year. A new study from FAIR, Federation for American Immigration Reform, finds that providing education, healthcare, law enforcement, and social and government services to illegal aliens and their dependents cost Californians $25.3 billion per year, which is an increase of $4.7 billion since 2010. This isn't even the worst of it, which brings me to my last sub-point. Amnesty for illegal immigrants poses large fiscal costs for U.S. taxpayers. Amnesty is a criminal partner for illegal immigrants, making them citizens. Jason Bushmine from the Heritage Foundation continues to explain even more of a drastic fiscal burden amnesty given immigrants are. The lifetime costs of amnesty of unlawful immigrants after government benefits and services, they received $9.4 trillion in services. They paid $3.1 trillion in taxes, leaving a net fiscal deficit of $6.3 trillion. As more illegal immigrants make their way into our country, the more amnesty is granted, naturally increasing this ridiculous deficit.